Welcome, Lentlemen, to Weekly Random Facts number 8. We're gonna do 4 people today. 5 technically, but you'll see. So let's get right to it. First one, we have Agent Liberty. First appearance, Superman, second series, number 60, October 1991. Status, hero. Real name, Benjamin Lockwood. Occupation, covert agent. Base, mobile. Height, 6 feet 2 inches. Weight, 195 pounds. Eyes blue, hair brown. Special powers, abilities. Master of armed combat and espionage, outfitted with a battlesuit that bristles with weaponry. Gauntlets generate bullet-deflecting force fields or become jagged bayonets. A jetpack enables him to soar into the air. As part of a CIA anti-terrorist mission that went wrong, Operative Ben Lockwood survived in hostile terrain for months. Upon returning to the U.S., he joined a super-patriotic, well-funded team of radicals called the Sons of Liberty, on the recommendations of his former bureau chief. As Agent Liberty, Lockwood enjoyed access to high-tech armor and weapons, as well as a helicopter team that covered his back on particularly dangerous missions. In one of his first cases, Agent Liberty helped Superman crack down on inter-gang crooks. Agent Liberty broke ranks with the Sons of Liberty when the organization ordered him to assassinate Senator Pete Ross. He refused, killing his former mentor in the process, and forwarded classified information on the Sons of Liberty to Daily Planet reporter Clark Kent before beginning a new life on the run. Despite his lack of superpowers, Agent Liberty has put in a short stint with the Justice League of America. So it's a somewhat Captain America ripoff? Yeah, that's pretty much what that is. Okay. Agony and Ecstasy. First appearance, Hellblazer, number 12, December 1988. Status, villains. Real names, Agony and Ecstasy. Occupation, Hell's Enforcers. Base, Hell. Height, 7 feet. Weight, unknown. Eyes, white. Hair, flaming red. Special powers, abilities. It is not clearly understood what happens to those unfortunate who are taken by agony and ecstasy. Perhaps that's just as well. Okay, book, that's cool. You could just tell me. Agony and Ecstasy are Hell's Enforcers, a pair of Inquisition police who track down any demons or other underlings who dare to break the rules or oppose the authority of Hell. They are demonic twins whose beautiful, luminescent bodies are draped in rusting barbed wire. When Lucifer abdicated his rule as ruler of Hell and emptied it of all its demons, the angels Remiel and Duma were given the key to its gates. They became its rulers and assigned Agony and Ecstasy the task of bringing back the demons that had escaped the realms beyond. Despite various upheavals in Hell's hierarchy, Agony and Ecstasy remain ready to serve and punish, gleefully inflicting their vengeance upon any that defy its demonic leadership. So, yeah, that's those 2 clowns. Alright, well, moving on. Airwave number 1. First appearance, Detective Comics number 60, February 1942. Hero, deceased. Real name, Lawrence Larry Jordan. Occupation, crime fighter, district attorney. Base, New York City. Height, 5 feet 10 inches. Weight, 175 pounds. Eyes brown, hair brown. Special powers, ability. Antennae in helmet and circuitry and belt allowed him to eavesdrop on police band frequencies or intercept telephone calls. Traveled at the speed of electricity along telephone lines on collapsible skates built into boots. Magnetic energies enabled him to climb walls or relieve criminals of their guns. Before he ascended to the lofty post of New York City District Attorney, law clerk Larry Jordan wanted to do more than just file legal briefs to the battle crime in the 1940s Big Apple. He built a special helmet and belt that gave him an array of amazing electronic and magnetic powers and hit the streets as the costumed Airwave when he wasn't fighting injustice in court. A member of the wartime All-Star Squadron, Airwave was subsequently killed by escaped convict Joe Parsons, a criminal once jailed by the crusading attorney. Jordan's wife, Helen, sought retribution in her husband's own costume, capturing Parsons and later testifying to keep him in prison for the rest of his days. Many years later, the role of Airwave was taken up by Larry and Helen's son Harold, who refined the costume and its circuitry while operating as a teen hero. In adulthood, Harold renamed his heroic alter ego Mazer and serves as an auxiliary member of the JSA while keeping the spirit of Airwave alive and well. So, it's somewhat Batman, but electricity and magnetic. Fair enough. Oh, God. Sorry about my throat. Gotta clear it. Anyway, Airwave number 2. First appearance, Green Lantern second series number 100, January 1978. Status hero, real name Harold Hal Lawrence Jordan. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hal Jordan? That's Green Lantern's name. Anyway, sorry. Occupation student, base Dallas, Texas. Height 5 feet 7 inches. Weight 156 pounds. Eyes brown, hair brown. Special powers abilities. Helmet allows him to change his molecular structure. Can transform into energy and travel along radio and television airwaves. Can also fly at super speed. Hal Jordan is the son of Airwave 1, a member of the All-Star Squadron, and was named after his cousin Hal Jordan, one of the greatest members of the legendary Green Lantern Corps. So they have the same name. That's weird. The young Hal was forced to live with his cousins Jack and Jan Jordan after his mother was placed in an institution. Hal became the second Airwave after he inherited the helmet and equipment his father had used for crime fighting. The second Airwave trained briefly with Green Lantern as well as Green Arrow 1 and the Black Canary. Recruited by Suicide Squad associate Simon Legrieve to join his Captains of Industry, a task force for the Institute of Metahuman Studies, Jordan changed his name to Mazer. Later, the villain Catalyst kidnapped Mazer and turned him over to terrorist Cobra. But the young hero was saved by the Justice Society of America. Hal later returned to the uniform and codename of Airwave and is believed to have perished during the Infinite Crisis. Dun dun dun! Infinite Crisis. Big event in DC history. Hopefully I'll touch on that further down the line if this video series continues, which it might not if nobody starts watching, which I don't like. I'm okay with it, really. Okay. So onward to the new releases. We have on March 17th, Awakened Fate Ultimatum for the PS3. It is a JRPG with, from what I've seen, a lot of dialogue. I watched a 50-minute video where about 45 minutes of it was dialogue and 5 was actual gameplay. So if you're interested in JRPGs and you watch this, maybe check it out. It's a JRPG. I don't know what else to say about it. Next we have Battlefield Hardline, March 17th for the Xbone 360, PS4, PS3, and PC. It's Battlefield, set in an urban environment, made by the people that did Dead Space. From what I've seen in the gameplay, it's just more Battlefield. It's just in urban settings, smaller maps and stuff. I mean, it looks alright. It's just I'm not big into first-person shooters at the moment. If you want it, you can pick it up. I'll probably end up picking it up if enough people that I know play it. Because I'm not going to play it if I'm going to be the only one. Alright. We have Bladestorm Nightmare for the Xbone, PS4, PS3 on March 17th. Bladestorm is a Dynasty Warriors-like game made by the same people who make Dynasty Warriors, but it's set in a closer to modern times. It's not still not modern, but it's closer. It's like more medieval as opposed to the feudal Japan setting of Dynasty Warriors. So if you're into Dynasty Warriors, this is your cup of tea, because it's more of that. Final Fantasy type, it's either 0 or O, I don't know how it's pronounced because it's not written correctly. For the Xbone and PS4, March 17th, it's Final Fantasy, but it's looks like it's set in a, I don't know, because the beginning of the game shows like war things, so I don't know if you have anything to do with that. But there's that. But it's Final Fantasy, which is an RPG, if anybody that's watching doesn't know. And most people would agree a good Final Fantasy game hasn't come out in a long time, unless you count 14, which is an MMO. This one is not. This one's just a normal RPG. Maybe check it out. I don't know. I don't like it. Jamestown Plus for the PS4, March 17th. Jamestown Plus is a it's a re-release of a game already on PC called Jamestown, which is a bullet hell game set on a British colonial Mars. So that sounds interesting enough in its own, just the environment. And if you're into bullet hell games, anybody that doesn't know what a bullet hell game is, it's usually a game where you play as like a ship, and you have to shoot things. It's a top-down type of thing, and you're trying to dodge bullets while also killing enemies. Think of like Gradius, stuff like that. Yeah, that's a bullet hell game. A more recent one would be like Ikaruga. That was a bullet hell game. Now, onward to Oceanhorn, Monster of the Uncharted Seas for the PC, March 17th. Oceanhorn is a game that came out on iOS devices years ago. It might have been last year or 2 years ago. But it's basically iOS Zelda. Which, hey, more Zelda's never a bad thing. I didn't actually play it, but it looked good. And it looked really good graphically for a game made for iOS. So, it looks like a Nintendo game put on Apple devices. Now, if it's getting ported to PC, I'm assuming it's going to be very, very pretty. But if not, it's not. Maybe check it out. I don't have a PC to play it, so I won't be playing it. And we have Resident Evil Revelations 2. This time it's episode 4 for the PlayStation systems, March 17th, and for Xbox and PC on the 18th. I'm not saying what this is again because it's the same thing it's been for the last fucking 4 weeks now. God. We have Tales from the Borderlands episode 2, Atlas Mugged, for the Xbox, for the Xbone, 360, PS4, PS3, iOS, and Android, all in the week of March 17th. So I'm assuming it's going to be staggered releases for all those. But it's episode 2 of Telltale's Borderlands series. Finally, anybody that's like me and got like the season pass and has been waiting for like 3 months for this, which is just ridiculous when you consider their turnover for their other Telltale games, which is usually a month. Is it a month? No, it might be a month and a half, but it's not nearly as long as this one's taken. The first one was pretty good. I'm hoping for more of the same from this one. Maybe a little bit more action, because the first episode was a lot of dialogue. If you played it, you know what I'm talking about. Then we have Wolf, the Red Hood Diaries on PC, March 17th. Wolf appears to be a game set in a steampunk England, it would seem, where you play as, shocker, Red Riding Hood, or a girl resembling Red Riding Hood. It's an action platformer where you fight robots and jump around what looks to be just I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, it's you fight against robots, and like I said, steampunk-ish. It looks alright. I'll wait till I see how people that I follow talk about the game, then maybe I'll check it out, but I doubt I will because I don't have a PC. Then we have Worlds of Magic on PC, March 19th. Worlds of Magic is a strategy RPG in the vein of like Fire Emblem, stuff like that. But it's set in a fantasy setting with magic. It seems alright, but again, like every other PC game, I don't know if I'd play it. Because I'm really not big on strategy RPGs, even the good ones like Fire Emblem I don't really play. But if you like it, go ahead and pick it up. And as always, you don't have to pick up any of these games. And finally, we have Mario Party 10 for the Wii U, March 20th. It's Mario Party. It's a 10th one. I don't really follow Nintendo games often because I don't play a lot of them unless they're Zelda. So there's that. If you have a Wii U, maybe pick it up if you have a lot of friends. And you're not like me. Alright, on to what I've been playing this week. But before we get to that, I have to call myself out, because last week on the video I said Cities XXL was better than Cities Skylines. And I was incorrect in that statement because Cities Skylines is the one you'd want to play, not Cities XXL. Cities XXL is shit. Cities Skylines is a better version of that, which is, it's also like a good SimCity game, but it's not SimCity. So there you go. To what I've been playing. Hotline Miami 2, which is balls hard and likes to kill you off, well, likes you to have been killed by people off screen, which is woohoo, fun. What else have I been playing? I played White Knight for a little bit, as you saw in the video. That's I want to call it a puzzle game, but I don't know how to describe it. You saw it. That's about it. I had a lot going on this week between making videos and making the new logo. I hope everybody likes the new logo, by the way. I know some people have criticized it to the point that it looks somewhat like a vagina at the bottom. Well, thank you for all you people that say that. But that's the new logo. So hopefully this week I'll work on getting thumbnail images for the videos so that my weekly random facts videos won't be videos of the gameplay. It'll be a thumbnail. I say weekly random facts and then the number. And then I'll need and then I'll need to be making another one for the weekly Wednesday creepypasta reading. Not a lot of people seem to be watching the Call of Cthulhu videos, which is kind of saddening, but maybe leave a comment if you want me to keep reading those or go on to other creepypastas, because I would really appreciate some feedback. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being you. Thank you for giving me your time. Like, favorite, subscribe. Anything you can do to help me would be great. Follow me on Twitter at TokyoKangaroo_. Thank you. Have a beautiful day, folks.